Have you had fun learning about time? I hope so. Hey, in our last video, you learned about past, present, and future. You also learned about some ways we can show time. We show time with things like clocks, and we show time with things like calendars, right? Well, there's another way to show time called a timeline. Your project this week is to create your own timeline. All you need is something to write with and paper. And you need to think. You ready to think? I made 2 timelines as examples for you to show you some ideas. A timeline is just a line. And what it does is it shows the furthest away past here on this side, and then it comes closer and closer to the time now going this way. So this is the longest time ago, and this is the most recent. All right? So this happens first, and then those things happen. What you do with a timeline is you write the things that you have done. I made a timeline of a typical day for me. This is my normal day. First, I'll wake up. You draw like a little line here every time you're going to write something. So, wake up. And then I exercise. Look, that's me doing jumping jacks, and I'm screaming, ah! Then I teach. And do you see how there's this big empty space? That's because I teach for kind of a long time. So that's what most of my day is teaching. And then I have dinner. And then I clean up. I drew a picture of a shirt and some piles of clothes because that's something I have to do at night as I fold laundry. So I clean up, and then it's bedtime. That's when I brush my teeth and read a book. This is a timeline of my day. That is one of the projects you can do. You can make a timeline of your day. I don't want you to do the same things I did. I want you to tell me about your day. What do you do? When do you wake up? When do you eat things? Or what kinds of things do you do for fun? And when do you do schoolwork? And just make a little line each time you're going to write something down. And your learning coach can write the words for you. Or you could write the words and then draw a little picture with it. I want you to have at least 3 things on your timeline if you do a timeline of your day. I made a different timeline though. That's just my day. Remember, a day is kind of a small thing to measure. And now I made a timeline of my life. And I've told you before, that's over 3 decades. So I made a timeline of my life. I drew it here. Again, you draw a line on the middle. And then you do the furthest away, longest ago things on this side, and then it gets closer and closer to today on that side. So here's my timeline of my life. I was born. Then when I was 6, I started school. And then I lost my first tooth. So there's me with my tooth lost. Then I moved to Utah. See how there's like this big long gap? Not a lot of exciting stuff happened, but I just kept going to school. Then I moved to Utah. Then I graduated high school. And look, right after I graduated high school, I went to college. So that's why those lines are so close together. Then I was at college for a while. I got married. So I drew some rings. Then I became a teacher. So I drew an apple to represent being a teacher. And then I became a mom. I drew a couple babies. I actually have 5 kids, but there's only 4 babies on here. And then I drew a line right here, and it says, teach you. And I drew a picture of my computer, because that's how I teach you. So here's a timeline of my life. Your life won't have things like got married or became a mom because you aren't a mom, right? You're going to write things about your life. So you could write about maybe when you're born, if you've ever lost teeth, any places you've gone, vacations. Maybe you've broken a bone or something really exciting's happened. Maybe you've moved, or maybe you got to start doing something new, like you got you don't sleep in a little toddler bed, you sleep in a big kid bed, something like that. Anything like that you could put on your timeline. If you make a timeline of your life, I want at least 3 things, okay? Write them and draw a little picture for each one. Your learning coach can do the writing for you if you would like. So that's a timeline of your life. If If you have any questions, let me know. I can't wait to see them. We're going to post them on Canvas in discussions so you can see other people's too. You do not have to do 2 timelines. You just do 1 timeline. You could do a timeline of your day or a timeline of your life. Your choice. I'll see you next time. Bye.